Hello, fellow wanderers. I'm Endri, and thank you for joining me as we wander through some more Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic II, the Lightside run. I'm gonna skip the ship being blown up cinematic.
I can't believe we just blew up Godot's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Godo off your back, until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
How did you get on my ship?
I'm afraid I do not understand what you mean.
Tell me more about the droid?
As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey.
How do I know it won't try to kill me?
I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
Let's go to Nar Shaddaa.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Why did Kavar think I would return from exile?
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war, as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know.
Why me?
He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding.
I have some questions I want answered.
No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long.
Where are all the Jedi?
They have scattered, but there is purpose in them.
You've seen
Somehow,
this?
they.
Yep.
So we have chosen places.
Yep.
In such places, we may...
Yep. Plan?
Yes, he felt if our enemy... And we knew that the war would be... I do not know where they wander now.
Atris is on Telos.
Atris, but I had thought she had gone...
You sound surprised.
Yes, she holds the last...
Why don't you go to Kotor?
I had not finished my investigations here, and I did not wish to reveal myself. There was nothing I could do.
Other questions?
What I...
Half to them.
It is a long story. Only a handful... The only pattern at the last... It was only...
Is that why you hide?
We could not allow the fact, and we could not...
Yep. Tell me about this threat.
I know little about it. Whatever this... If it... It was...
Other questions? You know why you cast me out of the order?
We told you it was because... Nor... The day we cast you out, that is... I think it was because we were afraid.
So the Dark Side run has seen most of these. I'm just going through them to see if there's anything really different.
I had thought the bounties on Jedi and their... And the strong currents...
You came here to hide.
No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa, and I knew it. This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing.
And you were afraid.
To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulic, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa. Sometimes when the moon is on orbit, it is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did. Very well.
Well, that was interesting. Why'd you cut me off from the Force?
Is that what you think?
Yep,
it is a rare... What caused you... The other Masters may have... Does it matter?
Is there something that happened to me? What was it?
Ah, so the records of... But I... And
You've seen this before?
There...
Anything of Force bonds?
Yes, so it is...
Is there any way to remove such a bond? Yeah, let's go with this one.
That is...
How would I end it?
There will... It... I do... To bring...
Let's just click through this really quick. What happens now?
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them.
Your students, your disciples, were taught to protect innocence, even when you would not.
No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us, and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
I urge you to reconsider. For all the failings of the Jedi, there have been so many successes.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons on which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
Is there anything you can teach me?
But we have spoken enough, I think. And words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This Xian form should prove appropriate. Its best use is when you are outnumbered, which I fear suits our predicament perfectly. You will find it easier to deflect blaster fire with this form, and it shall also guard you against critical strikes by your opponents. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
So that's going to change a few things. Note we don't get any bonus force points, like we would have if we had gone the dark side route. So keep that in mind. That is something different. We have learned the Xian lightsaber form. +2 to attack. -5 defense versus current target, which kind of sucks. Blaster bolt deflection +2. So this is total of +4 blaster bolt deflection. And +1 critical multiplier. Yeah, it's good for multiple opponents, but it sucks against the one you're fighting, so you don't want to use it. Don't want to use it too much, but this would be great on a crit build. If you've got a keen lightsaber. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to take Atten and Kree into my party real quick. I don't think I maxed out on influence with Atten yet. Oh, these guys are gone? Am I in there? Oh, they're gone. Huh. Guess I didn't do that in time. Oh well. It's alright.
Unnecessary observation. Target and no recipe.
Yeah. Which, let's go ahead and use this form. Good use of destroy droids there, Kreia.
Systems failing, Master.
Yeah. No chance. I assume one of you has an HK part on you? Well, yes, but not the one I need. Hi, Fossa.
You are interrupting me.
You help transport a family to Telos?
What? Do I look like a passenger ship to you? Ah, all right. You help me, I help you.
Name is Krana. She's in the refugee quad.
Fine, I'll do for you. But don't ask of Fassa again. What else?
Need any pilots?
Now that freighters can depart safely, I can use a good pilot.
Refugee Otis will work for sponsorship.
Fassa can do this. Good. I'll send someone for him.
That's a good chunk of XP. Alright, so let's see here. We could finish up the Paragus quest for fuel, but I'm not going to right now. For reasons. We'll work on that in a bit. My influence with Atten I don't think is maxed out yet. And you do kind of want to max out influence as much as you can. Powers. What else can you grab? Let's go ahead and have you pick up Force Immunity. That seems like a good one. Obviously haven't had you in the party in a while. We'll probably be changing that in the near future. So you've maxed out dueling. You've maxed out that. Let's go ahead and start getting you toughness. Yeah, that seems like a good choice. Let's start getting you toughness. And pick up those powers. Kreia gets a lot of force powers. It's kind of nice. And let's go ahead and grab you. That one. Nice. Hi, guys.
Unnecessary. Rest.
I don't think you're going to have much luck hitting me with blaster bolts, guys. But by all means, keep trying. It's kind of amusing. I mean, you're doing some blaster bolts. But everyone in my party has the cure spell. Or cure force power. So I think you guys are pretty well hosed. Yeah. Hosed seems like a good way to describe you. Ah, there's the droid processor. Nice. So that should finish HK-47. Let's stop by the cantina real quick. I should go pick up that blade before I forget that it exists there. That'll be this way. There we go. Do I ever intend to use it? No. Not in the slightest. But we've got it. Not even going to talk to those guys. There's no reason. They're just going to ask me to do bad things that I don't want to do for a Pazak card that I don't care to get because I don't care about Pazak. Refugee sector. Here we come. Yeah, you are not max Lightside, so obviously we've not finished our influence with you. We'll have to see if we can find a couple more opportunities to max out our influence.
Keep back.
Treat injury?
But I might.
I'll accept the risk.
I won't turn.
I probably should have gone through that. Or not clicked through that so fast.
Oh, I'm feeling a little better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ooh, blue lightsaber crystal. And 1,000 XP.
Well, I guess the Jedi Code is still alive and well.
Anyone in need deserves our help if we are capable of it.
If you say so, I'm not sure I believe it. There's a lot of people who need help in the galaxy. If we stop to help each one, the Sith are going to be on us faster than anything. Let's just accomplish our mission first, then worry about everyone else.
But we still get influence with them, which is nice. There we go. Boom! Lightside mastery. Cool. So, Atton's pretty good. He will probably not be in our party much after this point. Kreia will probably become a fixture in our party, and we'll start dragging Mira along, perhaps, or maybe T3, or I don't know. We'll figure out based on our needs going forward. Of course, where we're going next, we're not going to be bringing Kreia. In fact, I need to land there and deal with that. First thing I need to do, though, is open up party. So you've got a beacon on you. And you've got a beacon on you. Kind of tells us where we're at there. And neutral, evil, yeah. Alright, so let's take you out of the party and put you in the party, Mira. Hi, Mira. Let's level you up because you're going to level 18. That's fine. So I'll take you to level 19. That's also fine. And we've got your dual wield maxed. We've got your rapid shot maxed. We've got that maxed. We're going to get level 21. We're going to get targeting 6. Nice. It's really good. Let's go ahead and give you improved close combat. We're probably going to want that. And you're all set. So now I get to go through a very annoyingly complicated speech tree.
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something?
Something wrong?
Your face. You have this glow. I mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that. You haven't been chewing on spice, have you?
When one is in touch with the Force, others can feel it.
Oh, well, it shows. It's like you're hooked up to a power coupling. It's weird. I mean, not bad weird, just weird. For a minute there, I thought you and Aden... But it's just the Force.
It's not that kind of glow. It's just the Force.
Got it. Just checking.
Hoping we could talk.
Talk? About what?
Just wanted to get you to know you better, a little better is all.
Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere.
Huh. Just thought you might need a friend.
No thanks. I didn't need friends on Nar Shaddaa, and I don't need them now.
Okay, just making sure.
Something wrong?
Questions I wanted to ask.
Go ahead and ask.
Why don't you kill your targets?
I've killed people before, but not if I don't have to.
Because all life is connected, and Malachor proved it. You know what the loss of family means, even to your targets.
Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. I know what happened at Malachor 5, and I know the Jedi didn't care about life there.
Never stop trying to protect others, even at Malachor.
Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you out the airlock.
Gain some Lightside points. Okay, now we think we can actually start getting influence with her.
What do you want now?
Wanted to apologize.
Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me.
Still, I'm sorry you lost your family at Malachor.
Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of lost people out there. Scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And sometimes, it's like you can almost hear them. Like an echo, calling out for each other. And maybe, just maybe by finding them, I can start putting the galaxy back together.
All things are connected to the Force. From such acts of kindness, great things may grow.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me.
Let's leave it then. That gives us some influence and some light side points.
Yeah, something wrong?
Question I want to ask?
Shoot.
Let's talk about Hanhar.
Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. He's more vicious than that. And it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them. And when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead.
What happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yes, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his homeworld?
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Kashyyyk. What species is he?
No idea. He's just Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
So he was a slave?
Well, not for long. Once off-planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
Why was he wearing those cuffs?
I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons.
It's good he broke free. Nothing deserves to be caged.
Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
Who do you work with?
Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies, living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you.
How do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
So he wants to capture you?
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Worse?
Hanhar's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, it's like nothing can stop him. Seen him shrug off blaster bolts, boff and stunners, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming.
Life debt makes no sense.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like I said, I get the impression a life debt's supposed to be a gift, but to Hanhar, it's more like a curse to both people involved.
Any regrets?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's going to show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. Or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So how did you save his life?
You know, it's a long story, and I'm kind of tired of talking about it right now. Maybe some other time. It's not much to hear anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah, something. Alright.
Interesting.
I didn't kill him once. You ever... Right. It's like...
Seems strange.
I don't pretend to but his...
Interesting.
Yeah, something wrong.
I guess I don't have enough influence yet. I thought I should have enough after doing all of that. Huh.
Yeah, more or less. I wasn't born there, I just ended up there.
Happened to your family?
Well, the war happened. The first one, against the Mandalorians. I had family right up until the end. It's not really a new story, you hear it all over the galaxy. It's what happens after the wars are over that you don't hear much about.
They died in the final battle?
I think so. After Revan crushed the Mandalorians, planets throughout the Republic were flooded with refugees. I was just one of the others. Me? I got passage to Nar Shaddaa. From there, not much you can do, so I became a bounty hunter.
There were no colonies. It was a taboo world to the Mandalorians.
Take a guess, Jedi. Only 2 groups of people would have lost family at Malachor. And Jedi don't have families.
You're a Mandalorian?
As much as any slave becomes a Mandalorian. They took prisoners on every world they conquered to bolster their ranks. And they took a lot of worlds.
You were a slave?
When I was young, yeah. They mostly used me to carry ammo packs and munitions. Toward the end of the war, they needed everyone they could get. They taught me to fight, to hunt, to survive. I was part of their squad, even when I was young. Everyone served as part of the unit, and I felt like I had a place there. After Malachor, it really didn't matter anymore. The Mandalorians lost. Bad. But you know that.
I regret the loss of life.
Yeah, I know. I saw the worlds they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened at Malachor, they probably deserved it.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Should I be? Maybe I should ask you if you're happy about all the Jedi who died on Malachor 5. Maybe it felt like you lost family there, but I doubt it. Yeah.
No, we got some XP.
Yeah, something wrong. Shoot.
Why'd you become a bounty hunter?
I'm good at finding people, so I used it to make credits.
That would be difficult.
Not if you know your target. Usually you get a hollow or rough description, and then you just sort of listen to it, get a feel for him or her, and start walking.
Walking?
And this is a little hard to explain, but Nar Shaddaa's got a flow, a life to it. You see all kinds of aliens and life there, and it's got currents.
No, I understand.
You know your target, you can feel them. Know where they're going to go. And sometimes, you know where they're going to be before they do. I'm good at finding people. Because when they're lost or out of place, it's like something's wrong inside them. And that's why I hunt.
All right,
Yeah,
we're going to go through the...
All right.
Why don't you kill your target
I've
slate
killed
again?
people before.
You don't hold back when you're with
I
me.
know. It's different. I don't know why.
You okay?
I don't know. I haven't killed anyone for a long time. But when I'm around you, suddenly it's like I've always been doing it. It's like a reflex. I don't like it. And I don't know when or why it became so easy. Yeah, something. Go ahead. Shoot.
Where'd you get that rocket launcher?
Made it. It's custom for me, which is a good thing, because I wouldn't want anyone using it against me. I can show you how to make rockets, though, if you'd like. All it requires is a good skill with demolitions.
Cool.
Anything else you wanted to know? All right.
Hoping we could talk?
Talk. About what?
Just wanted to get to know you a little better.
Why, you trying to be my mother?
Just thought you needed a
No
friend.
thanks. I didn't need friends on Nar... Yeah.
I feel like I've done something wrong. How about men?
Talk. Sure, very easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an uppercut that knocks them flat.
You make that sound easy.
It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
That sounds more like hunting.
Call it what you want. Me? I love my targets.
That was funny.
Yeah, something wrong.
Let's see here.
Go ahead. You ever hear? He's not. It's like. It's his. So when. And. Hanhar's tough. Seen him. Oh, and he. Probably. And he. And he.
Interesting. Didn't get the influence we were supposed to get. Mira might be a problem then. I think we've done everything we're going to do on this world for now. Look here. Pretty much. I need to go back to Telos and let them know I got rid of those criminals at some point. Yeah, we'll do it in a bit. There's no big rush on that one.
Haven't heard anything more.
Yeah, nothing new from him. Not a surprise. And we still got plenty of time to do more speeches. Oh, there will be more speeches. There will definitely be more speeches. Need to make Kreia more angry at me, though. Need to bottom out her influence.
Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
Oh yes, we get a bunch of these little cutscenes. I think most of these are added by the restoration mods, which lets Godo get some upgrades from Beodur, which is nice.
Why are you here?
Because I told her. Told her everything.
Ah, and now you are free?
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you any time I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Okay. That was a thing that just happened. Hey, Beodur.
Yes, General?
Oh, I want to teach you some of the Force forms I've learned.
Don't worry, I'm a quick learner.
Nice.
Thank you, General. Yes? If you think they'll... It'll take...
That's kind of cool.
Yes, General? If you think...
Breath control, for some reason.
Yes, If you think...
And affect mind.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Just working on the ship.
Can't we see
Whoever
this?
made these...
Alright, so Bayodur is done. Way done. Hatton's good. Let's do a quick save here real quick. I need to make Kreia upset.
Yes. Have you...
Need some answers.
Ask.
What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my...
You've seen this before. Might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with... If need, but that is a lesson for...
How do you get around?
Close your...
What?
Close.
Alright.
Feel this ship around you.
We have seen this on the dark side run.
As
Heard your thoughts.
you are strong indeed. What you heard...
Yep.
That is not the real question you... Because... Now leave me.
+1 awareness. And gained influence with Kreia. Brrr. One second. I need to check something. Yeah, I need to get her lower so I can actually get the other thing I want out of her, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off at this point. Because that was the test of sight. That gets influence.
Yes.
You know, Revan,
I misspoke.
You know, Adris at all?
Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be. Yet I feel I know her, yes.
What do you mean?
Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and it is a chapter of my life that has been read and closed. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger, the spoken judgments, the lack of forgiveness.
You walked her path?
I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi, learning the ancient mysteries. Always there were more questions. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. If you are to truly understand, then you will need the contrast, not adherence to a single idea. That is why Atris and the others blamed me, sentenced me. They believed me responsible for Revan's fall.
You trained Revan?
You have already asked much. I do not wish to speak of this any longer. Yes? Ask. That...
Were you to blame?
You have already asked.
The Jedi Council cast you out. How come Atris and none of the other Jedi Masters mentioned you?
Ignorance. And perhaps they do not remember or care. It is of no consequence to me or to them.
You're lying.
Am I? Then perhaps you should know. There are techniques in the Force where one can cloud the memory of others, make their presence so small as to be unnoticed. And on the worlds where we have encountered these Jedi, there is much life and death where sensing such things is difficult. As I said, it is of no consequence to me or to them.
Do you use that technique on me?
No, but if I did, you would never know, so my words only carry as much worth as you believe them to. But perhaps you will understand this, that perhaps it is important to me that you see me and my actions uncloaked. It is important that your judgments, whether be good or bad, stem from seeing me as I truly am. I did not ask you to trust me, only that you listen to what I have to tell you. But thank you. Yes?
I don't know if there's any way to make her hate me more. Interesting. 1 second. I can do something that will make her dislike me. Well, we will deal with that in a bit. Okay. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Fortunately, the next planet I'm going to has a few events that will upset her. Hi, Godo.
Yes. Is there something you have come to offer me?
Oh, let's see here. I have some questions for you.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
What capabilities does your droid possess?
It has been assigned to guard and protect you. As such, it is well suited for a variety of tasks. It is skilled in intimidation, interrogation, and can provide a series of select skills that will make it an effective killing machine. For the most part, it will follow your orders unless they conflict with mine.
What skill does it have?
This unit comes with a droid scrambler that you may use against mechanized opponents to randomize their defensive and offensive protocols. Use it, and it will cause droids to wage a civil war in their programming, and they will turn on their allies. Its power source is not limitless, but it is enough. In addition, this unit comes equipped with a portable cloaking generator. It will allow it to enter places undetected in reconnaissance mode.
Good to have you with us.
How droll. What an amusing Jedi specimen you are.
Okay. That gives us some influence. All right. Let's talk to Mira.
Yeah, something wrong?
Let's see here. What can I say to Mira? Anything? We could talk.
Talk. Why, you trying to be my... Shoot.
You seem restless.
It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Savor it while it lasts.
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Let's see here. Kriya showed me how to listen on Nar Shaddaa once, how all life there is connected, is bound to each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. I already know Nar Shaddaa better than you ever will.
Ah, maybe I can talk to her about Hanhar now,
something
though.
wrong? Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved him wrong?
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
Why use mines?
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
Sending out a jamming signal for proximity mines is not a simple trick.
No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. Got to know my way around them. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now.
So what happened with the mines?
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me, that I would always be prey.
Sometimes it's stronger to spare a life than take it.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance.
Get some more light side,
Yeah,
or influence.
Got
Using restless.
It's got a... Yeah. No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training.
Still can't? Ugh, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? Well, it gets me a little closer. So what I want to check is there any other places I can get Mira Onderon? Duxon. Yes, but it's going to be a while. Okay. Oh, that's a pity. Alright, HK.
Diagnostic.
Darkside Run has all of this.
Oh.
Sure, I like the idea of having...
Answer.
Yeah. You're not killing on anyone except on self-defense. Even then, I don't want you acting without my orders.
Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
Yeah, I got 1,000 XP. I'll take that. Alright, let's talk to him real quick.
Statement. Master, I must express some degree of concern. As I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several.
Vulnerabilities?
Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meat bags across the galaxy.
Let's see, how do I want to answer this? Mercy and charity are not weaknesses.
Statement. Oh, Master, please, of course they are. Any time you inconvenience or jeopardize yourself for another, it is a vulnerability. In any event, I feel compelled to point out that your self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice will only lead to your doom. That may be a trifle melodramatic, but frankly, it is something that all Jedi should hear. And I have been rehearsing the speech for some time.
Why are you studying me?
Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master.
To protect me?
Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you.
Okay.
Statement. Oh, I am aware of that, Master. I simply use it to give you the illusion of control and obedience. Humans often need such comforts until the end comes.
What do you mean, the end?
Consolation, Master. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand. Even droids die when not routinely maintained, sadly enough.
Okay. And we lose some influence with him.
Statement. Master, if you could indulge me for a moment, I must express some degree of irritation at your actions. Perhaps my anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5 was too high. But you are countering all those expectations.
And how is that?
Statement. Well, all your behavior up to this point suggests either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents.
I am not proud of what I did during the wars, and I do not wish to discuss it.
Statement. I suspected as much, Master. There are few who would discuss such things with an assassination droid, and that is perfectly understandable. I mean, what use is there for communication in a galaxy such as ours? Understanding might be achieved, or sympathies might be gained by such callous acts. You are right to remain silent about your past. I have seen the damage that repressing such things brings, and it is far preferable to share such traumas.
I'll be going now. And we lose some influence. Still said about Mira. Anyway, that's all the dialogue we're going to... Oh, actually, hold on. There's one more thing we need to do. Oh no, can't do it yet. That's right. Alright, so that'll be it for this part. So until our paths... Well, I might go back and redo the whole Mira thing after this to see if I can get her low enough. If I do, I'll try and record it. I don't think it might change dialogue, but it might just give me influence by going them in a different order. Anyway, till our paths cross again, have fun and stay safe, everyone.